Hi, friends. Hi, friends. Welcome back to Miss Annie Reads on Her Couch. I thought we would start with reviewing Three Nice Mice, then learn another little hand song, then read two stories. So here we go. Do you remember Three Nice Mice? Have you been singing it with your parents? Moms and dads, here's the words. I will also post these words today on our app. So remember that this is a partner song. It can be done with the whole family if you'd like to. And it's a very simple, easy song, but it is really cute and makes the kids happy when you sing it with them. So I don't have a partner, so I'm just going to do it with nobody. So it goes like this. I hope you have a partner. Three nice mice, three nice mice. See how they care, see how they care. They hold both hands and give a shake. Smiling together, good friends they make. Turn around for goodness sake. Three nice mice. So I hope that you're singing that with your parents and your sister and your brother or your stuffed animal, the dog. The other one we're going to do, we haven't really done in class too much, but it goes like this. It goes, all around the garden goes the teddy bear. One step, two step, tickle under there. So moms or dads or children can do it too. You take your partner's hand, and as you sing the song, you make a circle around their hand. Then as it says one step, two step, tickle under there, you start walking your fingers up their arm and then tickle them under the chin. So again, it's all around the garden goes the teddy bear. One step, two step, tickle under there. And then you tickle your partner. You can also do it on their shoulder, on their back. That might feel really nice. Just something to have a good time with. Okay? Now we're going to read two stories. The first one is called I Drive a Backhoe. Goes along with our construction study and the building of our new playground, which I hope we'll get to see soon. So, I Drive a Backhoe by Sarah Bridges. She's the author. And illustrated by Amy Bailey. Amy Bailey has a very long last name that I'm having a very hard time pronouncing. So we'll just call her Amy Bailey. But she's the illustrator, and she drew the pictures. I drive a backhoe. Some of you might be thinking, that's an excavator, and it is. And you'll hear what the girl in the story tells us. My name is Maura, and I drive a backhoe. My backhoe digs deep holes. It helps construction teams build roads, buildings, and buildings. Some people call my kind of backhoe an excavator. Different things can be attached to backhoes. Attachments may include augers for drilling holes or buckets that open and close like giant hands. Before I start a job, I look under the hood. I make sure my backhoe has plenty of fluids, like gas. I also check the tracks. If rocks or clumps of mud are stuck in the tracks, I scrape them out. Remember, this is the track. Can you tell your parents why they have tracks instead of wheels? Backhoe operators also look underneath their vehicles. They check to see if the ground is wet. Puddles of liquid may mean something is wrong. I hop into the cab and turn the key. The cab is where the driver sits. My backhoe roars to life. The engine makes a loud, snarling sound. I let my machine warm up for a few minutes. On cold winter days, backhoes must warm up. If they aren't warmed up, they won't run smoothly. Before I dig, I need to know where underground pipes and cables lie. A city surveyor uses maps and measurements to show me where things are buried underground. It's very dangerous to hit underground pipes. Leaking liquids may catch on fire, or poisonous gases may escape into the air. To be very careful. Sounds like a very tough job. When we find a pipe, I need to clear space around it before I can dig. I use a shovel to remove dirt. Many states have a law that says construction workers must clear the distance of 2 feet on either side of a pipe. This law helps make sure that pipes aren't hit or broken, because the last page told us that could be very, very dangerous. When I'm ready to dig, I climb into the cab of my warmed-up backhoe. 2 levers help me do the job. One lever makes the big arm go up and down. It also moves the bucket in and out. The other lever controls how the bucket digs and swings the arm to the left and to the right. To me, that sounds like a joystick on a video game controller. Obviously much bigger, but I think the concept seems about the same. Different types of buckets have different jobs. Some open and shut like clamshells. My backhoe can dig through dirt, rocks, or concrete. I scoop up a load, swing the arm around, and drop the load into a dump truck. Backhoes are used when roads need to be dug up or rebuilt. Sometimes I find things in the ground as I dig. I may uncover bottles, tools, or parts of old buildings. Sometimes I even find animal bones. You think it could be dinosaur bones? When backhoe operators uncover old things, they call in special scientists called archaeologists who can tell them what they have found. Construction workers usually leave their big equipment outside overnight. That way the machines are in the right place and ready for work the next morning. At the end of the day, I lower the bucket to the ground, then I lock the cab. Remember, that's where the driver sits. Now my backhoe and I are ready to rest for the night. Maybe one day you'll drive a backhoe. Looks like hard work, but you'll help to build a road or a building, maybe take down a road. Sounds like a very important job for people. I drive a backhoe. Our next book kind of goes along with spring, because if you remember, yesterday was the first day of spring, and it's called I Want That Nut by Madeline Valentine. She's the author, wrote the words to the story, and she's also the illustrator. She drew the pictures. I want that nut. I wonder if you can talk with your parents about what kind of nut this is and what tree it came from. If you don't know, maybe you can jump on Google and ask Google. Sorry, my cat is making some noise. Mouse and Chipmunk were playing together when they heard a kerplunk. They peeked through the bushes and saw, so you have Mouse and Chipmunk, a nut, a big, beautiful nut. Mouse looked at the nut. Chipmunk looked at the nut. Mouse and Chipmunk looked at each other. You take it. No, you take it. I insist. You should really take it. Well, I guess I did see it first. Okay, I'll take it. Chipmunk took the nut. Is Mouse happy? Surprised? What do you think? Chipmunk and the nut were inseparable. They played together. They read together. They lay in the grass and stare at the clouds together. I want that nut. See, Mouse? Mouse went to Chipmunk's house for a friendly visit. He very politely knocked on the door. Mouse and Chipmunk and the nut sat down to tea. This is lovely, thank you. It's our pleasure. The nut and I are very happy to have you over. Oh, look, a dinosaur! Mouse took the nut. Would this have fooled you? Would you have thought that there was a dinosaur? Look at Chipmunk's face. I wonder how he's feeling right now. Mouse and Nut did everything together. They played tic-tac-toe together. They napped together. And they were having a dance party together when there was a knock at the door. Who could it be? visitor looked a little familiar. Hello, I am the judge of the most beautiful nut contest. You may have heard of us. Do you have a nut? Yes! Give me that nut. What do you think Mouse should do? Mouse paused. He looked very closely at the visitor. He handed the visitor the nut. Who was the visitor? Oh my gosh. Look at Mouse. You think he knows he's been tricked? Chipmunk and the nut were having the best time together when Mouse stomped over. Hand over that nut! The nut is mine. Actually, it's mine. Who's that? It fell out of my tree this morning. I've been looking for it all day. Thank you for finding my nut. Goodbye. Whose nut was it? Do you know what animal this is? Maybe the tail will help you. Oh my gosh. It was someone else's nut all along. Mouse and Chipmunk sat down together. That got a little out of hand, didn't it? Yes, it did. I'm sorry I stole the nut. I'm sorry I stole the nut. Hey, look at this log. Look. Did they learn a lesson about the nut? Or a lesson from the situation with the nut? Look at how they're using the log now together. They're sharing. They're getting along. Mouse and smiled at Chipmunk. Chipmunk smiled at Mouse. Mouse, Chipmunk, and the log had the best time together. The end. So there were two things in this story that I thought would be fun to do with your family. One was to look at the clouds together. See what kind of pictures you can see. I don't know when the next time we'll have some nice white puffy clouds, but when we do, I think it'd be awesome if you and your family went outside, laid down, looked up at the sky, and tried to imagine that the clouds looked like different pictures. The other thing I thought that would be fun is to play tic-tac-toe. Ask mom or dad or a big sister or brother or an older cousin or someone if they know how to play tic-tac-toe, and if they do, ask them if they'll teach you. It's a fun game to just kind of waste some time and enjoy the day. So thank you for joining me for Miss Annie Reads on Her Couch. I hope you enjoyed the stories, and I'll look forward to seeing you on Tuesday for our Zoom session, okay? Bye.